Well, thousands of personal trainers in Melbourne are finally allowed to restart work today within 5 kilometres of their home or their workplace if they are a permitted worker. Supporting them is leading registration service for Australian fitness professionals, FitRec, that has written a code of practice for public spaces specifically to ensure all its members are ready to reopen safely. For more on this, we're joined by Dennis Hosking, Managing Director of FitRec. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Alana. How are you?
Definitely fantastic news for your industry, and thousands of personal trainers all over Melbourne are finally able to recommence with work.
Yeah, look, absolutely. Trainers are pumped to be getting back out there. During the lockdown period, they've obviously all done their Zoom sessions. They've been doing phone call sessions with clients and email exchanges to help keep clients on track. But the bottom line is there's nothing quite the same as actually doing those face-to-face sessions. So they're really thrilled to be doing what they do best. As you mentioned, they do have restrictions. The trainer does need to wear a mask. There can only be two people in the session, and those clients do need to be within 5K of home. That restriction will impact on a few trainers in the less populated areas because, for example, we have a registered member in Officer who says that his clients regularly travel more than 5 kilometres to actually attend his sessions. So there is some limitation there. And look, while the PT, personal training, is a permitted activity, we haven't yet seen in black and white that personal trainers are permitted workers. And obviously, if they want to if they want to go more than 5 kilometres to take part in these sessions, being a permitted worker is required.
So you've written a code of practice for public spaces specifically to keep your members and the community safe. Give us a few more details on this. What's exactly covered?
Yeah, sure. Look, safety is a priority when running sessions outside with the clients. We do account for risk assessments and emergency procedures, making sure that they're keeping appropriate records and have the right contacts in place. But this code of practice is also more about the trainer recognising their role in the wider fitness community. So the attitude is really minimal touch, making sure we're providing a minimum impact on other users of these public spaces, making sure that we're adhering to whatever restrictions are associated with the permit that the trainer has to work in that public space, and most importantly, making sure there's minimum impact on the environment. So we want to ensure that trainers do come in, they leave the grounds in the same manner, if not better, than when they arrived. We also stress that the trainers do need to be compliant with government regulations, and ultimately it's about raising the bar for the industry. We want the trainers to know that they are not just representing themselves out there in these public spaces, they're representing the industry as a whole.
Well, I mean, gyms are going to be one of the last businesses to reopen according to the Premier's roadmap. What are your thoughts on that? Definitely a lot of calls from the industry to hopefully move those deadlines up.
Yeah, look, this is very disappointing. There were comments made by the Chief Medical Officer suggesting that gyms were inherently unsafe or high risk. These were unfounded, and they really don't take into account the varied nature of the fitness industry, and indeed the fact that businesses all across our industry have been committed to keeping their facilities safe for their members. In terms of tracking, we already have membership cards and fobs and things like that, so contact tracing is not an issue. There's been a ramp up in all the cleaning that's been going on. There's a commitment to reducing numbers or reducing operating hours, temperature testing, COVID marshals. All of those things can make it safe. And look, to that end, I'd give a shout out to vicactive.org. They've been representing the Victorian fitness businesses and campaigning government to have them review that proposed open date for gyms, because we're looking at early November. It really is a long way away.
Well, some of us, and I'm talking about myself, have a few COVID kilos to lose, so looking forward to that. Thanks for joining us, Dennis.
No problem. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thanks, Dennis. Dennis Hosking there from FitRec.